It takes a woman to show how much progress we've made when it comes to helping women raise the next generation, excel in the workplace, become self-realized individuals. Oftentimes, I think that phrase conveys that women can do it all, but I'd really like for it to mean that women can do it all, and it takes a woman to show that, but with the right support. My name is Denise Callejas. I'm Assistant Professor of Spanish and Portuguese at Morehouse. At first, it was the opportunity to teach Spanish and Portuguese, particularly to restart the Portuguese program. But as I imbibed the mission of the college, I was really inspired to show how, despite the fact that Spanish and Portuguese are languages of oppression and empire, they're also languages that speak to the African diasporic experience. They represent sites of resistance in that encounter between indigenous, European, and African cultures. And it's that pedagogical mission that keeps drawing me to Morehouse to design study abroad programs in places like Brazil, which has the second largest Black population outside of Nigeria, or to design courses like the Afro-Latin American experience, where students can have access to these experiences or these texts in translation. Like, you stand out in a good way. You're constantly in conversation with this ever-evolving construct of what it means to be a Morehouse man by sharing your own parallel experience of what it means to be a woman, especially here at Morehouse. And so I think it's a very dynamic feeling. It takes a woman to show how much progress we've made when it comes to helping women raise the next generation, excel in the workplace, become self-realized individuals. Oftentimes, I think that phrase conveys that women can do it all, but I'd really like for it to mean that women can do it all, and it takes a woman to show that, but with the right support. It's the relationship of intellectual parity and trust, and that means not that we share expertise, but that we share an ability to understand each other's experiences and to articulate what those life experiences have been. I teach languages, and it's always fascinating to me to see what words students choose to negotiate their meaning, to convey what they have lived through. And it means that I've had to really develop an environment, or to foster an environment of trust, so that they feel comfortable in another language showing who they are and articulating who they are. Dr. Nellie McKay, I just finished reading her biography. She co-authored the Norton Anthology of African American Literature, and she represents to me how women in academia have the moral imperative to create spaces of representation for those voices that challenge the canon, that want to be part of the canon. And so as a professor of literature, she's one of the most inspiring women for me. But most importantly, my mother. She left her country at age 17 because of war. She came here not knowing a word of English, worked her way to become an executive director of housekeeping. And she's just always modeled for me hard work and what it takes to sacrifice, but at the same time be inspired to do your best. Because we can't claim to be an inclusive institution otherwise. I think Morehouse has always been at the forefront of setting the precedent for being inclusive, equitable, and fostering that sense of belonging. And women just show, again, those measures of progress. My name is Denise Callejas, and it takes a woman to make Morehouse, Morehouse.